Zone Match 8 of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League took place on a Thursday at Warner Park in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the Patriots taking on the Amazon Warriors, hoping to bounce back from Wednesday night's loss to the Talawas. The Amazon Warriors, who were invited to bat, posted a commanding 197 for 7 of their 20 overs. Shai Hope showed off his newfound power game, striking 7 boundaries in his 32-ball knock of 54. Pakistani Saim Ayub and Shimron Hetmyer added 31 and 26 respectively. On the Patriots side, O'Shane Thomas led the bowling with 3 for 38, while Dominic Drakes had 2 for 43. In pursuit of 198 for victory, the Patriots were dismissed for 132 in 16.5 overs. Well, skipper Evin Lewis was the brightest spark with the bat, scoring 48 of 24 deliveries. Ambati Rayudu, in his first CPL game, added 32. Well, player of the match Gurikesh Moti took 4 for 29, with fellow spinner Imran Tahir taking 2 for 35. Well, this is how the table looks following that result. Jamaica Talawas sitting pretty on top with 5 points, and Lucia Kings on 4 points, having played 4 matches. Ghana Amazon Warriors on 3, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots in 4th position. 2 points, Trinbago Knight Riders 1 point, and Barbados Royals 1. Remember those matches that were abandoned, and we also have to take into account the rained out matches. So team, a win for the Ghana Amazon Warriors.
Yeah, and you want that. You want to be able to pick up as many victories as possible at this stage of the tournament, and especially because of what happened in St. Lucia, where you had a number of matches rained out and you don't know what may happen down the road. Every time you get an opportunity to have a completed match, you want to take full advantage of that, and that's what the Ghana Amazon Warriors did last night. It was a complete performance. It was a match that they dominated, from scoring 197. Shai Hope once again showing, I think a lot of what has changed with Shai Hope is the mentality, his willingness to take a few more risks, to be more aggressive, and that's coming off. He's clearly done a lot of work as well, and so often we criticize West Indies batsmen or West Indies players generally for not working hard enough on specific aspects of their game, but I think Shai Hope has put in a lot of work to ensure that he can become a more aggressive player, and he is able to score quicker in this shortest format of the game, and he showed that off last night. And the Ghana Amazon Warriors, with Gurikesh Moti bowling brilliantly, completing a commanding victory. They have to be happy. As I said, every time you get an opportunity in this tournament, you want to take full advantage, and Ghana Amazon Warriors did that last night.
Yeah, Lance, he spoke about Shai Hope, but despite Evin Lewis and his troops losing, I think we also need to discuss Evin and what we saw from him. I also want to hear your take on him as a skipper.
Well, Evin's status as an international cricketer at the moment is very troubling for me, because I think he's without question one of the best batsmen we've seen come out of the West Indies in the last 5 to 10 years. And it's disappointing for me that he's not playing as much international cricket as I would like to see him play. I'm happy to see him being the captain of the Patriots team, because he is showing the kind of leadership that suggests to me that he still has a passion for the game and you know, executes from a leadership position. So I like Evin Lewis a lot. I want to see him be a little bit more impactful while he plays, and I want to see him back in the West Indies team.
Yeah.
You know, Lance and Mariah, I would be quite surprised if Darren Sammy was not having conversations with Evin Lewis.
Yes.
The T20 World Cup will be in the Caribbean in 2024. Darren Sammy is the limited overs coach. I am very sure that Sammy is having those conversations with Evin Lewis and speaking about his reintegration into the West Indies T20 setup, because a quality Evin Lewis, an informed Evin Lewis, makes the West Indies T20 squad a significantly better squad.
Yeah.
And I would think that there is a pathway that is being spoken about and developed for him to be reintegrated before the T20 World Cup next year.
I have to agree. West Indies cricket definitely stronger with Evin Lewis, and especially when he lights up what we see during the CPL. But Lance, I was told, because I'm shocked that I don't know this, you have a lot of time for Gudakesh Moti. He was brilliant player of the match for 29. What about that? How come you never told me?
No, but Moti has been a top player from he was a junior. He represented West Indies in under-19 World Cup cricket, and has taken some time to transition as an impact player on the international scene. But I think he's a quality spinner, and he's not a rabbit with the bat either. If you need some runs towards the back end of your innings, he can get runs. And I think Gudakesh Moti is a player that can impact West Indies cricket. A high-quality player, has a lot of ability, and is a player that I expect to see a lot more from.
Ricardo.
Yeah, I know we have a lot of spinners going around the region, right, and we've seen trialed in different versions of the game. But I would actually love to see Gudakesh Moti given a real run in T20 cricket, because I think he could really be an asset in the shortest form of the game. And I think throughout the course of the CPL, he will show that. So I would love to see him given a real run for the West Indies, because I think he has a lot to offer.
The fact is there are other left-arm spinners, Carapir, who was surfacing recently, and of course Akil Hussain. So there is competition for a left-arm spinner, but I think Gudakesh Moti is as good as anyone in West Indies spin bowling.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what the Guyana Amazon Warriors do this season. They've always been the bridesmaid, never the bride, and I feel like they're looking so good this year. Maybe this can be the year they close it out.
Yeah, as I said, still really early days in the CPL. I guess so far you would have to say impressed with the Jamaica Tallawahs, the captaincy of Brandon King, the quality that Brandon King is showing with the bat, but not a lot of games that we have seen the other teams play. And so from that standpoint, you always want to see more. And we'll get a better idea as this tournament goes deeper, because usually, as I said before, it's so close with these teams in the CPL, and early it can be difficult to tell them apart.
Yeah. All right, team. Well, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we have a lot more for you, so stay with us.